Hi and welcome to editing a page and making changes to pages. So here we are on the pages page after clicking over here to get to all pages. Here's all the pages that are in the website. Okay, so let's edit the registration page. Here's the registration page. So we've got some things we could edit here. We could fix up these bits here, put in missing prices, etc. here. We can actually fix that asterisk up too. It's out of place. So this will be some basic editing of an existing page. So first we find the registration page. Here it is. So we just hover over it, click edit. Now the Divi Builder. This is the Divi Builder. This will load. You must wait for this to load. Sometimes it can be a bit slow depending on your internet connection. Okay, it's fully loaded. Now, this is ignore all these other buttons, return to standard editor, ignore those. Don't go clicking on them, you'll get messed up. Here we've got the title of the page. Generally, you do not change that. Let me know if you want to do things like that. All you're interested in really is this section. Now, there's different ways of editing a page. This is here, for example, we've got, I've labeled these modules in grey. It's the grey boxes or modules that actually have content in them. The row and the section is just to set up the area where the actual content is going to be. So if we look at the actual page here, it starts off register online. So that will probably be the registration header. Register online. Then we come down here and we have a button register here. So this text here, register online heading, register text. Oh, it keeps disappearing. And there's the button there. So you just go down, work your way down. And we will have down there what's included. It's a bit hard with the single screen. So there's the inclusions, what's included, the season fees, the guide, an image, the button, and then down to the 3 Facebook icons at the bottom. And we see there, here, the inclusions, the season fees, registration guide. So you can see it's sort of all in blocks. Everything's in blocks. So the first way you can edit something is, let's say we want to edit the fees. You can do it this way. Now, if you hover over the module here of the fees, there's a little cog there, module settings. That one there is if you want to move the module to somewhere else, which we don't want to until you're used to it. That one there is if you want to duplicate the module, make 2 of them, which we don't want. That one there is delete the module. And that one's to download it, but you don't need to. So here, it's just the cog, module settings. So you can either do that, and then here we go. Here's the table. You could click in here and type whatever you want to type, the amount in there, etc. Easy to edit. Now there's that way of seeing it. Or if you come over here, you've got 2 tabs here. Visual, we're on the visual tab. So you're sort of seeing what it looks like roughly. Then you've got the text tab where it's actually the code. Now there are circumstances where you will have to go into the text tab. Here once again you can just select and you can just change it to whatever you want, etc. Once you've made your changes, you tick the green button here. Tick, save changes. Now nothing on this page is actually saved and published onto the front end of the website until you scroll back up to the top and click that update button. But I want to show you another way. So we're in wireframe mode. That's how I usually work. But you can jump to this mode, the second one, desktop view. Click desktop view. So whenever you come to edit a page, you then click desktop view and you see the page more so how it's actually laid out. And it's all fully editable. There we go. Just click in there, delete, put whatever you want in there. The only way with this mode is if you wanted to add another row, some more info in like a tables, only really tables are limited here. You would have to go back to the code mode, the wireframe. You'd have to go to wireframe and actually add more rows or more columns via the actual code. But if you're just editing what's already there, this is the best way to do it. And you can edit any text on the page in this way. See, you can just select it, edit it, etc. For example, if we wanted to make something a link, you could, select the word that you want to make a link, hover over that. That's a link button, insert link. You could click that and put the link in, which I'll give you a demo of that later. Okay, so once you've made any changes, again, this time you haven't got the update button. It's actually down there, but you can just use the save button. Just click save. It will save. Now it'll always throw you back to wireframe mode, which is a bit of a pain, but that's just the way it works at the moment. So we're back to wireframe mode. You can easily just click the desktop view again to get back into that mode to do any other changes. Now you can fully edit this. Let's say we did want to add another row. Actually, no, we won't do it here. We will get out of here, go back to wireframe mode just so we can exit this page, and we'll go to another page. I want to show you the rosters page, for example. This is a typical example of where you're going to have to perhaps add more rows to these tables as you get more data in there, perhaps, potentially. So we're going to have a look at the rosters page. So we go find rosters, here it is, click edit. So here's the rosters page in wireframe mode. So if I scroll down, here's the orange roster, that's the orange roster head. This is the orange roster text. So if I click edit, the module settings, here I am on the actual code. This is the code. Now if I go to the visual tab, there's the table. Now, yep, it's easy, we can add stuff in there manually. But let's say you wanted to create another row there. That's where you're going to have to come to here, and you're going to have to try and figure out what the coding is. So here we've got the name, the orange duty date, which is obviously the heading, name, orange duty date. Then it sort of closes that command. There's another TR, then there's TD, and then BSP. That just means a space. That's just purely a space. It's a blank space in there. It's the space bar, because the fields are empty. There's literally just a space in there. So for a start, if you wanted to type text in there, yeah, you just get rid of that. It's just the whatever in here, text 1, text 2. See, that really is just a space like that. It's just the website code puts other stuff in. All you've got to make sure you don't do when you're in editing the code is that you don't remove one of those brackets. And if you do, they're down near the shift of the comma and the full stop on your keyboard. So we could do that. We could save that. Now, actually, before I wanted to, what you've got to actually figure out is, okay, so a whole row consists of a beginning TR, TD, TD, that's the first column, second column, end that row. So you can just copy that, click back in there, hit enter, paste, and make a third, as we'll see. So I'll just save that. Now let's go into desktop view and have a look. Here we go. There's the text 1, text 2. Here we've got the second one, and here's the third one I made. See, this one's still only got the 2. So that just by copying the TR, TDs, and close TR gave us the third box. So if you can just edit it here for starters, or if you've got to create more, you've got to go into, as I